said it. He said, hey, the bullpen, very good arms, a lot of potential, but very young. We're seeing one right here.
And again, you look at this tournament, especially pool play, when the limits are at 65 pitches. It really does become even more so than what we see in the big leagues over the course of the regular season. A bullpen game. 0-2 upstairs to Perez.
And that's where moving on later on in this round, you know, how much as a team are you burning that bullpen? Because they can come back and bite you a bit. Oh, Salvi, heads up.
All to 2 strikes. In on the hands, grounds and foul. So for Merritt, shirt's come untucked a little bit, but he's had to tuck it in a little bit. He's good though. He's ready to go. Developing as a starter, and induces this little floater out towards center, and the Gold Glover Rafaela covering some ground out there, racing in to make the play. 1 down.
So many things happen on this play. I mean, Salvi just took that off the ground. Look where this pitch is at. Drop is about to block that pitch. Talk about a bad ball hitter. Then all of a sudden you're thinking, uh-oh, this is going to bounce. No, not Rafaela. He's got it. First step was incredible for Ceddanne Rafaela.
You knew the Kingdom of the Netherlands, with who's managing this team, they were going to put a good defensive center fielder on the roster. That was a given. There was no doubt that that was going to be the case. Another great defender. He and Rafaela both winning Gold Gloves in the Red Sox outfield last year. Wilyer Abreu to his regular season teammate out there, a base hit.
That's what makes him so tough, right? Got to put him in the lineup every day. His ability to hit lefties, stays on that curveball. But Paul, you talk about the center fielders. How about all of the Netherlands, right? They grew up watching Andrew Jones. They grew up watching Xander Bogaerts, Ozzie Albies.
Yeah, we talked with Andrew Jones yesterday, and of course a Hall of Famer. Huge congratulations to him. 10 Gold Gloves, and just a wonderful resume. But you know, we asked him, I said, do you allow yourself to think about what you've meant to the Kingdom of the Netherlands, of course coming out of Curacao, but just all of the nations that are Dutch territories? And so yeah, a little bit. I think about it a little bit, helping to grow the game, but I don't want guys to want to be the next Andrew Jones. I want them to be their own player. That's do right. Sort of what I did, but be even better.
The consistency. Remember Andrew Jones coming to the University of Miami when I was in college playing catch with him. I was nervous. I used to watch him play. I used to watch him obviously with the Atlanta Braves. And I remember throwing a couple balls that a little bit high, jumped over, and as we got longer into the throwing session, threw a couple more high. He looked at me and he just put his 10 fingers up, and I said, what do you mean by that? He goes, 10 Gold Gloves. I'll catch anything. Just throw it. I've got it.
Right.
And it calmed me down. I was able to now hit my target at a much better rate. But that was Andrew Jones. He gave the confidence to his pitcher that any ball hit to his vicinity, he was going to catch it.
This one to third. Didi stuck with it for a moment and then bobbled it. We'll see how they score that one, but it'll be 2 runners aboard here for Venezuela in the bottom of the 4th.
Just a hard hit ball. That Didi does the hardest thing, right? Catching it. Just can't keep his balance to make that throw to second base. Contreras was hustling down the line. Once he saw him bobbled, he knew there wasn't going to be a play at second.
Well, the double play still in order with first and second and 1 out. Brings up Javier Sanoja, who on the first pitch he saw in WBC play hit a solo home run to left field. He takes a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Nothing surprising about that breaking ball. Loves to throw the breaking ball. And Sanoja's first at bat, first pitch fastball, he was all over it.
4 home runs in this ballpark as a member of the Marlins last year. This one to shortstop. That's one, and that is the double play that the Netherlands needed. Still a 2-1 Venezuela lead here in Miami.
Case lleno de trophies, racks pa' estar cozy. Me dicen la MVP, baby, I like that. Porque ella es la jersey, la one y la only. Me bajo por la pinta, pues I like that.
Welcome back to Miami. Paul Severino, Yonder Alonso, the rest of our great crew with you here. First of 10 in pool play. Netherlands and Venezuela, first of a doubleheader today. Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic later on tonight. Team Israel gets underway tomorrow. First action of pool play. 10 games over 6 days, wrapping up with Venezuela and the Dominican Republic. That I feel like there might be some energy in the ballpark that night.
It's going to be
it's going to be excellent.
Packed house.
Drew Jones leads off and fouls it away right side. Ditter and Rafaela to follow here in the top of the 5th inning. Venezuela scored in the bottom of the 1st, the bottom of the 2nd. Netherlands for a moment tied it in the top of the 2nd inning. But some zeros on the board since as Avila misses outside.
I think for the Netherlands, Andy Jones, you kind of get into a rally here. It starts with your 9-hole hitter. That's how big rallies happen. Turn over the lineup, put some pressure on Venezuela.
He comes up empty, even though he drove in that run his first time, but the first out here in the 5th inning. Glad you're with us this afternoon, and I say this afternoon here in Miami, but wherever you may be, whatever time it might be, this is what we've got on the docket over the next few days here in Miami. Again, the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua later on tonight. Double headers for 4 straight days. And action across the globe. See Japan with a 13-0 win over Chinese Taipei. That one in 7 innings because of the run rule there. They're underway in San Juan, Cuba and Panama. Great Britain and Mexico going at it as well.
Very impressive what Japan did. That 2nd inning. 10 runs.
Have you heard of that Otani guy?
Man.
Because he had a good day today.
He sure did.
Fouled straight back. Was a triple shy of the cycle. Hit a grand slam. The guy's won MVPs, World Series. There's no stage too large for that man.
incredible. And you think, okay, he's reached his plateau of who he is, and he gets better every year.
Yeah, right. Hold my Sapporo. It's about to get better. 1-2 to Ditter. And you think of great WBC theater. You had a front row seat for it last time around in 2023. Teammates then with the Angels, Ohtani and Trout in the championship game. Ohtani coming out of the bullpen, striking out Trout, and another crown for Team Japan.
I'm going to go on a limb that he's going to pitch in the World Baseball Classic.
Okay.
I just think, you know, we saw him in spring training, and he was throwing to hitters.
Vela misses down and away in the full count, so Ditter is aboard. Been on base twice this afternoon.
Andrew Jones said it, right? How are we going to beat these monster teams like Venezuela, the Dominican in this pool? You got to be aggressive on the bases. Be interesting to see here with one out if he wants to put people to run.
Here is Rafaela. A couple of lineouts today. He's also made nice defensive plays as well.
Avila laboring a little bit here. Not landing that fastball.
Cut on and missed.
That's what Contreras does behind the plate. He can smell when somebody's kind of losing feel and touch. That's why he's one of the best with Milwaukee. This tournament, I would think he's a top 2 catcher. With him and Cal Raleigh.
Yeah. On the doorstep of an MVP, Cal Raleigh last year, if not for Aaron Judge, but a great season in Seattle nonetheless.
And last year, look at Contreras, played with a broken finger, played through it, still had a good year. When you talk to him, oh yeah, he's confident. He knows he's a top 5 catcher.
This one too short. That's one. Quick turn. That's all they'll get. Good speed for Rafaela. Kind of a slow developing play with the chopper, but they'll get the lead out and 2 away.
Just a high chopper right there, but you know, back to Contreras and what he does and what he brings to a Milwaukee team. I mean, look at the innings caught. He wants to be able to be out there every day. For 1,100 innings caught.
Yeah, we hear so much about load management, and with all that catchers have to deal with, it's not just, and you know this firsthand, it's not just the heavy equipment and the squatting and the hot summers, it's everything else. It's also all the analytics.
Absolutely.
And all of the different pitchers that you have to deal with. Just out of the reach of Jimenez, a base hit for Bogarts. So Netherlands with 2 on and 2 out. There's just so much to process because you're not getting through a regular season with 15 pitchers. It's 25 to 30 sometimes.
And not only just doing it like that, but being bilingual.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now, look at this Netherlands team. First and second, 2-out hits are going to kill a team. You want to get that momentum back. You get 2-out hits. They're very important, especially in this tournament. And what better guy to be up at the plate than a guy like Albies, who's been in moments like this. First and second with wheels on the bases.
Overall, a .281 hitter with runners in scoring position last year. Numbers went down a little bit with 2-out situations. But still 74 ribbies with the Braves last summer. Rafaela at second, Bogarts at first, and a ground ball toward first. Contreras will take it himself, and we're halfway home, 2-1. Welcome back to this special presentation of the World Baseball Classic. Paul Severino with Yonder Alonso, the rest of our great crew here at Lone Depot Park in Miami. Glad you're with us today. Starting pool play in Pool D. Kingdom of the Netherlands and Venezuela. Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic later on tonight. Team Israel, the 5th team in this pool, will get their first action tomorrow. A new pitcher for the Netherlands, Jaden Estanista.
The 24-year-old 6'3" right-hander. Phillies like him. They signed him $10,000 international signing. They think this guy is a high-end, multiple innings guy. How about this? 107 career minor league games, over 200 strikeouts. He's developing that baby cutter we saw in that first pitch. Breaking ball stuff is a work in progress, but they feel really good about this guy right here.
That one comes up just a little short. Facing Jimenez to lead things off, then Ronald Acuna Jr. and Michael Garcia. This one down the right field line, but it'll sneak foul. Second WBC for Estanista. A couple of scoreless innings in the start against Team Italy in the 2023 tournament. It was a 2023 tournament for the Kingdom of the Netherlands. They went 2-2 in pool play, but they didn't advance because of just a wild tiebreaker, not between 2 teams or 3 teams or even 4 teams. Everybody in the pool was 2-2. They had to go way down the list for the tie-breaking scenario that would figure out who would advance. And it was not the Kingdom of the Netherlands. I believe we had a pitch clock violation there, so a ball charged to Estanista, making it 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jimenez. And a hit by pitch. He does wear some armor. It looks like on the arm and the wrist area, and hopefully it got more of that than anything else. Not that it didn't hurt, although he is smirking thankfully.
Good. Boy, reminiscing of the Jose Altuve hit by pitch.
I was about to say, this is the last thing Team Venezuela wants.
Absolutely.
But fortunately looks to be all right.
Little baby cutter. It's the pitch Estanista likes to work with. Just got him there in the hand. Luckily he was wearing some protective. Hey, I'm telling you what, Paul, it still hurts.
Yeah.
Still hurts.
No doubt. And it doesn't sound right to say he's used to it, but 70 hit by pitch his last 4 years, so he's no stranger to the pain. Maybe that's the best way to put it.
Well, after Ronald Acuna's first at bat, first pitch swinging on that fastball, they've been very careful with him throwing him fastballs.
Double and a run scored in the first for Acuna, and he takes one a little bit too high, according to the home plate umpire. 2 balls and no strikes.
If he gets a fastball here, it will be loud.
The energy on the left side of this ballpark behind the third base Venezuelan dugout starting to bubble. Inside 3-0.
No, in situations like this, tournaments like this, green light them. You've got to be able to green light them right now. It's got to be right down the middle for you to go.
Not sure if he had it or not, but certainly didn't take way up and away. A hit by pitch and a walk setting up the inning here for Team Venezuela.
This is really good right here. Kind of slow things down for Estanista. Trump understands that. You got Bogarts and Albies there trying to calm him down. That's the veteran leadership of this team, right? Got guys in the outfield like Rafaela, and then you've got guys like Xander and Albies and Didi Gregorius being able to be kind of the coaches on the field.
Yeah, it's that veteran leadership. It's a really good mix when you think about veterans and youth, promising young talent for this club, guys that have been around and played in many a big game. Really good balance for the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Here is Michael Garcia. First and second and nobody out. Squaring to bunt. Drops it down right back to the mound and take nothing because nobody covered first base. A breakdown defensively there for the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Venezuela basically giving them an out to move 2 runners into scoring position. Instead, the bases will be loaded.
Just a mishap. Albies doesn't cover first base. You know, the corners were playing the bunt. Middle infielders were not. They were kind of caught in that double play bunt situation. You look at this bunt right here, right at the pitcher, but Albies doesn't go back. And for a first baseman, that's more of a read play. If it's not bunted to you, you've got to get back to first base. Little small ball, hurting the young team of the Netherlands.
Well, what was bubbling is about to boil over here as Luis Arraez spins away from ball 1 inside. Bases are loaded and nobody out. Arraez had the RBI single back in the first inning, got Team Venezuela on the board. Infield about even with the bag or a step behind. It's just foul.
Look at this Netherlands team too. Up the middle, they're kind of playing in between. Not necessarily playing all in. If it's hit hard at somebody on a one-hopper, you can make the play at home plate. If not, you got to turn 2.
Jimenez, Acuna, and Garcia, the runners third to first. 1 ball and 1 strike to Arraez. And he takes low, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Boy, what a take right there. 1-1, I always say it is the most important count in baseball. If you can win the 1-1 counts, all of a sudden, advantage goes to the hitter.
Up and in, spins out of the way again. 3 balls and a strike.
Heads up.
th pitch of the inning coming. And it's down and in. A bases loaded walk and the second RBI for Arraez. Venezuela takes a 3-1 lead. Well, a hit by
Whoopsie, Netherlands.
a little bunt.
They're messing up.
Miscommunication, infield single, and then a walk has led to another run and a whole heap of trouble here for the Netherlands. And Andrew Jones makes his way out to the mound.
He's not going to take him out. He's just trying to talk through him. There's not many guys. The bullpen right now is trying to get hot. Yeah, he's gone.
So the Netherlands will go to the bullpen and with a run already home, trying to limit the damage a bit here in the 5th inning. We will step aside. 3-1 Venezuela. They call this the pool of death. This is a deep, deep pool. Every run matters so much. Even a bases loaded walk in the 5th gets great energy.
Every pitch matters. Every at bat matters. You get a little bit of small ball. You get the big flies. But more importantly, you got to get outs if you're the Netherlands right now. With Eric Mendes on the mound, this is probably one of those guys on the bullpen that's a veteran presence, has been in the WBC before in 2023.
Wilson Contreras grounds one foul outside of 3rd.
His changeup is his best pitch. He'll throw it to righties. He'll throw it to lefties. He's got about a 46% whiff rate, so he likes to throw it in any count.
Acuna Jr. at 3rd, Garcia at 2nd, Arise the runner at first base. A bases loaded walk for Arise has led to the 3rd Venezuela run. That one is through the left side, a base hit. One run is home, and here comes a second. The throw from left is late, and Wilson Contreras opens it up 5-1 Venezuela.
This Venezuelan team is hitting their stride right now. Gets a fastball at the top of the
About to be Panama 3-1. Make my pick for that game wrong. Low scoring though. It was offense, not quite what I thought they would be.
Doesn't try to do too much. Corners are in.
Rather, I anticipated it was offense not being as good as many people did. That still hasn't been proven wrong. They didn't do great in this game. They got a couple long balls. That's about it. But you know, it proves what Taipei losing to Australia proves as well. The power makes the difference. It's winning games in this tournament, or it definitely can at least.
Netherlands left the door open, or should I say, opened the door themselves.
And that was the question mark coming in, right? That bullpen.
Yeah.
A very young bullpen, not too experienced in tournaments like this. This Venezuelan team, though, this lineup. I wouldn't say an
Cuba 3, Panama 1 final.
lineup that's played
An experienced lineup.
a very experienced lineup.
Started with a hit by pitch, then a walk, an infield single on a bunt where there was a miscommunication defensively, nobody covering first base. That loaded the bases. So yeah, that's a hit, but it's not a real hit, so to speak, in a general sense. Then the bases loaded walk, and Contreras for the first, real actual hit of the inning. It drives home 2, but 3 home, and looking for even more. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sal Perez towards short, backhanded by Bogarts. That's 1, and that's 2. The experienced Sal Perez running down the line, so a little easier to turn there. Arise moves to 3rd base.
And that's what they wanted with the matchup against Contreras. They get it with Salvi. That's what makes this Venezuelan team so tough. A lot of different batters, a lot of different ideas at the plate. See that turn right there all the time in the world with Salvi running.
Wilyer Abreu, that one clips the outside part of the plate. 0-1. 2-out knock for Contreras, part of a 3-run frame for Venezuela. Went undefeated in pool play in 2023, defeating the Dominican Republic 5-1. What many would consider the 2 best teams in the pool then and now. Puerto Rico is here in 2023. Get an argument from them too. Certainly loaded then and now. And this one unloaded down the right field line, but foul, and not by a whole lot.
I thought we were going to get a Ocala de Leon, Gilberto Santa Rosa in the dugout. We were going to get a concert in that dugout if that ball would have been fair. Gets a hanging slider right here. Oh, just delivers it.
Now 0-2. Got a piece.
Just a hair early. Omar Lopez talked about Abreu and the way he went about his business that week. This week they've been together, showing up the first guy at the field, working hard.
Guys dancing off third. 0-2 here to Abreu. He takes a strike. You know, I'm thinking 2 strikes, 2 outs, not going to go down the rabbit hole too far. If we're at Fenway Park, that might have been a home run because the foul pulls in another 35, 40 feet. Wrap it right around there. Keeps that one fair. It's a base hit and another run for Team Venezuela. Make it 6-1.
Well, that ball was absolutely scorched. 2 out knocks, 2 out ribbies. Very tough for this Netherlands team. Gets a fastball, doesn't miss it this time. This dugout, this Venezuelan team, yep. They're hitting their tambores.
Strike at the top of the zone to William Contreras. That will officially close the book on Estanista. Did not record an out and charged for 4 runs. That one kicks away from Trump, an extra 90 feet for Abreu.
It just feels, Paul, like there's always that one inning with an underdog team like the Netherlands where it can get away from you. And you wonder how bad it can get away from you. And I think we're seeing it right here in this bottom order of the 5th inning. Little small details.
Yeah, and again, there's a lot of experience. We've talked about it with the Netherlands, but arguably more of that, most of that on the position player side. And when you contrast the Netherlands pitching staff, a little younger, certainly the guys that we've seen today, versus guys that have some put together the makings of Hall of Fame careers and resumes on the offensive side for Venezuela, that might be where that stark contrast is. And talking with Omar Lopez before the game today, you know, team plays with energy, but they've been in big moments. They know how to slow that heartbeat down as well. This one down the left field line, but foul. So for as jazzed up as you are, the first game pool play, a noon start here, the first one of 10 over the next few days. Omar Lopez's group, they have been through a lot of games and know how to take that deep breath. Even though we see all the bat flips and the energy and everything else, it's not chaotic. They can control it.
Totally. This is who they are.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Lifted, out of play, foul.
The thing I've noticed with Trump is he's putting one sign down. You know, with people on second base, it could be a factor in a tournament like this, relaying signs. Oh, everybody that's been on second base has been able to score in this inning. These veteran teams, they prepare for everything.
Yeah.
We've got the signs, we can relay. It's fair play. Because the swings look like they know what's coming, right? You're out in front, you get another slider, now you sit on it. You get a fastball and you're all over it.
Yeah, over the course of the summer, in the major league season, you might have 1 or 2 guys that can really pick up something, but they're not necessarily, to your point, hiding a whole heck of a lot there.
No.
So that will all get relayed. And Netherlands with a couple of pitchers this inning, nearing 40 pitches this inning. Contreras works the walk, and now Javier Sanoja will be the 9th man to bat for Team Venezuela.
I think if you're Venezuela too right now, you want to score as many runs as possible. Runs matter. It doesn't matter. You're going to take the extra base. You're going to take the extra hit.
Sanoja, who grounded into a double play his last time up, homered to start his WBC back in the 2nd inning.
His second at bat didn't get too many fastballs. Got more breaking balls, more changeups.
Right side foul, but he pulled one into the left field bullpen his first time up.
At 98.3 miles off the exit velo. 28 degrees, long chango. More than not, yep, you're going to get rewarded when you do it like that.
And he went up the ladder, but down at the bottom of the zone there for the strikeout. But a 4th spot in the inning for Team Venezuela to open things up a little bit. Music to their ears. Some breathing room here in Miami. Breaking ball kind of opened up to it. We don't see that very often, maybe more so nowadays. This guy's always seemingly in swing mode, but Didi in a pretty good amount of pain, shaking out that left hand or wrist forearm area.
I'm sure it's been a while since he's gotten hit by a pitch. Take a look here where it got him. Got him in the forearm, got him in the ribs.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't feel good. You know, you get those sliders like that up in your hands, and you can't get away from them. The more you want to get away from it, the more it's coming at you.
It's chasing you.
Chasing you.
Now he's getting a little medical treatment down there at first base. Hopefully he stays in the ball game.
I think if you're this Venezuelan team too, right, you want to get back to hitting.
Yeah.
It's got to be a clean inning. Sometimes it gets you, you know, when he hits your hands like that, it's just, it is dangerous.
You never want to see it. It's a part of the game. Hit by pitches, we know. Unfortunately, sometimes it can derail a player's season or a team's season. Go back to 2023 and Jose Altuve suffering the injury on that hit by pitch. You know, really the last thing you want to see. On that injuries of any sort, not just to those star players, but to anybody. And you know, really the last thing you want to see. On that injuries of any sort, not just to those star players, but to anybody. And Clementina takes outside, a ball and no strikes.
See Avila in his previous inning, he was laboring with the fastball, wasn't able to command it. Contreras did a fine job kind of going to his secondary. That's a good fastball right there.
The pitch restrictions, by the way, are not just limited to mostly starters. We say 65 pitches. A lot of times that's starters, but there's, you know, another level of those pitch restrictions in terms of how many pitches do you throw today and how many days rest do you need beyond that. If you throw 30 or more, you need at least a day of rest. If you throw 50 or more, you need 4 days rest. Again, most likely the starters in that situation. But if you do pitch 2 consecutive days, you need a day off on the backside of that. So that's when you would maybe start to think a little bit about the schedule in pool play. Not everybody plays every day, of course, 5 teams. So Venezuela plays the first game today. They'll play at 7 o'clock tomorrow and then get a day off.
That's right. I would think Didi right now with a 3-2 count, down 5, he's going nowhere.
3 balls, 2 strikes, stays put, and that one misses low.
I would think this Venezuelan bullpen's got to get hot.
Mention those rest restrictions. So it's the total pitches in a 2-day span not factored into those restrictions. But again, all in an effort to help protect and preserve these arms. As again, looking at a major league or even a minor league season, you're gearing up for this 6-month stretch. So that's where pitchers are here. And at 44 pitches, a pitching change for Venezuela.
Venezuela goes to here out of the bullpen. Be interesting to see.
Welcome back. Pitching change for Omar Lopez and Team Venezuela. Jose Buto. Last year with the Mets and the Giants, 55 games. ERA a little south of 4. First WBC for him. Turning 28 years old in a couple of weeks on March 19th.
It's not your typical reliever. He throws all pitches. 5 pitches. Fastball, cutter, changeup, slider, little sweeper. He had a great year last year. Guy they used a ton. The Mets, the Giants. Remember he got very emotional when he was leaving the Mets, going to San Francisco.
Defensive swing there, and actually catcher's interference. And that
catcher's interference. Shit, bases loaded.
Get the bases loaded here. Contreras was way up on Charlin's scope. And on the swing, and now check on that glove hand, that left hand of Contreras.
Ooh, great guys. I think it's Mexico. Here we go.
As catchers are trying to steal strikes. He's on top of the hitter right there. Kind of reaches out for that fastball away.
Bases loaded, nobody out for Chadwick Trump.
You're looking for a fastball in, and it kind of veers off away, so you have to put that arm out. His brother broke his arm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Same way. It's a dangerous play for a catcher. No, he played last year through a broken finger, 3rd metacarpal. Dangerous play. So you want to catch, huh? Okay.
Me? No. No, sir. I'll leave that to you, the professionals.
He's fine. He's caught over 1,100 innings. I think he's taken a few of those.
Right. So has Salvi.
Oh, yeah.
His almost certain Hall of Fame career. Well, here you go. Just as Team Venezuela put up 4 with some miscues for Team Netherlands, Team Venezuela not as crisp this inning with a hit by pitch, a walk, and now a catcher's interference to load the bases. Chadwick Trump, who walked and struck out so far this afternoon, and the 8-hole will bat. He goes after the first one, pops this one shallow right, coming in, making the catch, Acuna, and just flipping it home in the general vicinity to keep the runner at 3rd base. Nicely done. Didi stays put.
No, that play was talked about prior to the pitch. Arraez is not going to get to that. He's playing way too close to second base. That's all of Acuna's play right there. Catches it and still makes an absolute strike to Contreras at home plate. I mean, that is impressive. It goes so unnoticed, but it's such a hard play for a right fielder. You've got second base crashing in on you. You've got the first baseman as well crashing in. Being able to catch it, throwing a bullet. Some of the best outfielders, they'll tell you, fly balls hit, you gotta run with your mouth open because it moves your eyes if you have them closed.
I have never heard that before.
A double play by Mexico.
Andrew Jones told me
Out of it against Great Britain. Still a guy on 3rd, I think so. Yeah, there's a guy on 3rd. There's 2 outs now.
Run with your mouth open. Your eyes won't move as much. If you're biting down and you take a couple hops or you try to run, you'll see how your eyes move. Well, trying to catch a ball, good luck with that.
Tremendous insight. 10 gold gloves. He knew what he was doing out there. So does Acuna Jr. Here's Drew Jones. Ball and 2 strikes with the bases loaded. This one out.
Oh shit.
Right, sends Acuna back this time. Near the wall.
Sack fly.
Makes the catch.
All right.
And another RBI for the youngster. So yes, it is not a hit. It's another out on the board, but another run in as well. And some productive at-bats for Jones.
Very productive. Doesn't try to do too much right there. Understands there's only 1 out. Base is juiced. Got to get the ball in the air deep enough. Not too bad for his first WBC game.
So Didi scores. Clementina moves from 2nd to 3rd, staying put with Scope. So 1st and 3rd, 2 outs.
You're Andrew Jones. You feel really happy about this inning, right? You get into Grand Slam range.
Move that momentum meter perhaps a little bit back in their direction. They love a 2-out hit from the top of their lineup here.
I guarantee you, after that inning, bottom of the 5th, Andrew Jones and the rest of that staff was thinking, chip away. Just get 1 here, get 2 here. All of a sudden, make a ball game out of this.
Ray Patrick Ditter waits on the 0-1 and sends a fly ball out towards center field. Can of corn for Sanoha to make the catch. 1 run home.
The base. Right.
Wendell Florin is the 30-year-old second WBC closer for the team in 2023. Saves in their wins over Cuba and Panama. Bouncer right side. Flip. Close play. Got him by an eyelash over there at first base.
Very good play. Very dangerous play for Jimenez, going head first right there. Took his time. Scope. Gave it to Floranos. But he can get there. He's got to beat him to the bag. Nice flip. A lot tougher play for a pitcher than it seems. You're Jimenez, you're Omar Lopez. You're thinking, okay, don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Floranos has been around, though. He's a veteran pitcher for the Netherlands. He was the closer in 2023, so Cunha like that pitch up and in like that.
Rarely does he ever.
Yeah. You know.
Ball to no strikes. He tries that same area again, and a little glance down at the mound. And And now Chadwick Trump, who has shared a clubhouse with Ronald Acuna Jr. with the Atlanta Braves. Maybe trying to help police the situation a little bit.
They both play with each other. Omar Lopez came. He kind of said something to him. They're just talking about what restaurant's good in Miami. Big deal.
And no strikes. Grounded foul outside of third. It was Acuna who got it started offensively for Venezuela in the first inning on the first pitch. Laced a double toward left center field. Later scored. Single runs in the first and second for Venezuela and 4 in that fifth inning.
Good
the outside
pitch.
Part of the plate.
Yeah, very good pitch down and away right there. I'm thinking your Florano's down and away for a strike. If you take me deep the other way, so be it.
Payoff pitch. Boy, the way that he attacked him inside early, how did that set up that whole sequence?
Well, it set up the pitch down and away for the 3-1 count, and then it set up that split changeup, and that's what he throws. He throws everything. Whole kitchen sink at you. Take a look at this split, though. Oh, it's a good one. 3-2 like that. After fouling off that fastball down and away.
2 outs.
Head down and walk to the dugout. I like Florano's though. He struck him out and kind of took a peek at him. Let him know, okay. All right. Batter 1.
Exchanged looks early in that at bat, and this makes the last call there.
And Mexico's like halfway through. It's a pretty low-scoring, tight game as well. And this Colombia-Puerto Rico game is going to be a banger. I think you got to make some money on that. I think Colombia's got a better team in this tournament. They got +240. And I mean, Britain was a +720 in this game, and it's 1-0. Yeah, I knew that with 3 outs and now I'm keeping score. Come on. I was like, it's a 3rd out, right? Garcia lines up the left field. Okay. Whoopsie. That's an F7. Yes, sir. Whoa. Small.
Welcome back. Venezuela, certainly a great country known for its baseball at the big league level. The capital city is Caracas, 28 million people. World's tallest uninterrupted waterfall. For a guy who can't swim yonder, I am not getting on top of that and diving off, just so you know. But it's produced a ton of major leaguers, almost 500 Venezuelan big leaguers, 92 last season alone. And for now, I say for now, only one Hall of Famer, Luis Aparicio, but there will be another. Miguel Cabrera is coming.
That's right.
There will be others beyond that, but Miggy's certainly on that list to get there.
Acuña's on the right track.
Yeah. And over the next week, I'm sure we'll talk about Sal Perez too.
I mean, you look at Luis Arias, 3 batting titles. He can have a 4th. All different teams.
Tapper foul off the bat of Rafaela. A 6-2 Venezuelan lead here in the top of the 7th inning.
Felix Hernandez is trending upwards.
Yeah. I mean, Johan Santana had a great Hall of Fame caliber career.
I think his talent a lot, dude.
And Miggy always gets a good hand. His major league career started in this city with the Marlins. Went on to be a World Series hero in 2003, and then finished off a great career with the guy who's still in the spotlight right here, Victor Martinez. Teammates in Detroit for a number of years. Looped out towards shortstop. And you think about how it is represented as well. About 250,000 Venezuelans live in the Miami area. So almost 2% of people living in Florida have Venezuelan roots as well, and we'll see it over the course of however long Team Venezuela is in this tournament. The longer they go, the further they'll play, and the more games they'll play in this building. Always represented well. Marlins have many different heritage nights as the season goes on, and one of the louder nights is usually when it's Venezuela. And we've seen that energy. You think, noon game on a Friday might be kind of quiet. No, sirree, Bob.
One thing they love too is their arepas. For breakfast, for lunch, for dinner.
And from what I've heard, it leads to home runs too.
It sure does.
I've heard that. Arepa power.
Arepa power. Arepa power, plátano power. You've got it all.
Xander Bogaerts waits on an 0-2 pitch and taps that one foul. Got a piece of himself there. Hopefully more of a glancing blow than anything else.
Ouch. 2-seamer at the hands right there. Got to get the barrel through. Look at Xander Bogaerts and
Be back.
we'll take a look at this foul ball right
You had
off.
no idea I was gone, did you? All part of my evil plan.
33-year-old wearing the C on his chest, on his uniform. He's always represented this country and group of nations, the Dutch territories, well. 4-time All-Stars, won a couple of World Series. He takes the ball outside.
Played a ton of soccer growing up. Always used to ask him, all right, if you weren't a baseball player, what you would be? Soccer. I would want to play soccer.
And it all translates. He's had great footwork in the infield for so many years. Comes up empty there. Buto gets the strikeout. Good slider, 2 away.
Good slider with that 2-seamer. Usually that's what you get. Look at this thing break off. Yep. No chance for Bogaerts right there. Got him reaching. It's a good pitch.
First strikeout for Buto. Tried to clean up some of that mess, limiting the damage to the 1 run in the 6th inning as Ozzy Albies takes one on the outer third for a strike.
Omar Lopez talked about the beauty of facing Netherlands for the first game in the WBC. Last in 2023 it was Puerto Rico, then the Dominican, right off the gates. I think you look at this Venezuelan team and the way the game has gone is pretty good starting pitching. They didn't go as deep as he wanted to, but the bullpen has done their job. Defensively, they've been great, and then timely hitting. Timely hitting has been key for Venezuela.
again, it was an inning where the Netherlands kind of offered up a few extra base runners, and that's what you're going to get. Omar Lopez knows about it in these short tournaments, and yes, they swept through pool play last time out, but you never know in a group like this if it's going to come down to tiebreakers, and if you can win them all, that will avoid all of that. And in order to win them all, sometimes you just need to, as they say, put points on the board.
That's right.
Omar Lopez back, second straight WBC. Born in Valencia, Venezuela. 2-2 is ripped toward the camera well foul. Starting with the win against the Dominican Republic, another fun, energetic win against Puerto Rico, but and had a lead against the USA in the quarterfinals. That was the Trey Turner Grand Slam late that flipped that score.
You know, where everybody's thinking Dominican has the best team, Venezuela in 2023 going 4-0 in their bracket, it all switched. It felt like Venezuela was the best team.
And there have only been so many tournaments, WBCs, I understand that. And Dominicans won one, and the USA's won one, and obviously Japan's had their success. Venezuela is a crucial tournament for them to make a run to get back to where they were, but also get over that hump. It turns into a knockout stage after a pool play, which does, of course, make things more difficult, but they want to get to that next level.
That's right. And there was so much talk in the offseason about who was going to be on this roster. And I think Omar Lopez handled it perfectly. He was very patient with it. But you can see the players coming out, social media, radios, and saying, hey, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.
3-2, the ground ball to Arise. Seventh inning stretch here in.
Hey, Britain got first and third, 2 outs against Mexico. Oh, did he come off the bag? I guess he came off the base. He must have come off the base. Oh, they're going to do it. Let's see. This is very interesting. So he rounds the base. He trips up. Oh, yeah. He touches second with his, it looks like his hand and his foot. But I don't know if the hand counts. I don't know if touching that second base with your hand and then continuing to run through it. I think you touch the base with your foot. That's a funny piece of gamesmanship there. He just tags the base with his hand and then runs past it. And goes on to third. I don't think you can do that. I think you have to touch the foot with your, sorry, the base with your foot. Man, Stars Avalanche tonight. The two best teams in the NHL. And Canadian Ducks not a bad game either. He touches it with his hand there, so if that counts, he clearly touches it with his hand. I think he might have missed it with the foot though.
Welcome back. Bottom of the seventh coming up. Paul Severino, Yonder Alonso, rest of our crew with you. First of a doubleheader today. Day one of pool play here at Lone Depot Park in Miami. Ballpark that Luis Arise called home for about a year and a half with the Marlins. Went off to the San Diego Padres. Recently signed with the San Francisco Giants. That's where he'll play in 2026. Takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. An RBI single in the first. A ground out and then a bases loaded walk. So a couple of RBIs for Arise this afternoon. In the 3-hole for Omar Lopez in Venezuela. They'll followed by Wilson Contreras and Salvador Perez here in the 7th. And the second inning of work for Floranis out of that bullpen for the Kingdom of the Netherlands.
I remember talking to Arise in 2023, the first time he stepped foot at Lone Depot Park. It was during the WBC, and I asked him, what do you think about it? He goes, wow, it's big. A lot of hits can be had here. And sure enough, it felt like during August he was hitting 400.
So much fun to watch. There's times when you look at teams, I always do it, they'll look at spray charts, be like, okay, he can go there. You just saw it right there. He looked at the wide open lane on the left side of the infield, and you could see him kind of flirting with that to try to poke one down the line. He comes up.
I'm not sure about this review here in this Great Britain game.
It's almost like he can
It's a weird call.
It's a rarity to see this.
It's a very important call too.
I want everybody to know, a rarity to see a strikeout. It's a good
Feels like a big moment in this game right here between Mexico and Great Britain.
What was that? A split? He goes, yeah, that was a good one.
Feels like a pretty big moment.
Floranos threw it to Acuna, now he threw it to Arias. He won those both battles.
so skilled with the bat, but comes up empty there. His team 6-2 in front in the bottom of the 7th inning. Wilson Contreras takes the ball upstairs.
A rarity, a strikeout by Arias.
Couple of hits, couple of RBIs, a big swing back in the 5th inning. Part of that 4-run frame.
And he is safe. I thought he touched it with his foot too, but I guess they're giving it to him for touching it with his hand. The more you know.
Look at the Contreras brothers and their swings. Totally different swings, but when you look at their approach, it's very, very similar. They like to hit the ball gap to gap. Their strength is when they're going to right center. They can stay behind a baseball and drive it to right center. Good things are happening for them because they're taking those breaking balls and pulling them in the air. But it's short, compact, and explosive.
Ball and 2 strikes. And this one is hit in the air out toward left, but playable. Ditter makes the play, and there are 2 down.
Well, Floranos has really shown the split and the fastball. This guy was 2023 the closer, so he's got closer mentality. He goes right after guys. Doesn't have 100 in the tank, but he's got enough good stuff to keep you off balance.
Now Sal Perez. 0-for-3 day for him. Popped up and infield fly rule out back in the 1st inning. Flew out to center. Rafaela, nice play on him in the 4th, and then grounded into a double play. Tap foul, got a piece of trump behind the plate, and of course,
Life of a catcher. Got to take care of each other.
it's a fraternity, you know it.
I mean, he swung, he didn't finish his swing, and he was asking him if he was okay. You sure you don't want to be a catcher? It's fun.
I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you on that. That's going to get down. First hit in this WBC for Sal Perez.
On the board. Look at Salvi Perez, though, and the whole at bat, he was sitting soft. I mean, you know, he got a changeup for the first pitch. He was all over it. Got a fastball that he missed. He was tardy on, and then he threw him that splitter slider once again, and he was all over it. It's the great hitters that are able to understand and see the game in front of them and being able to slow it down.
Jazz up with 2-1 for Great Britain. That's big. Jazz up with 2-1 for Britain.
Here we go. 5, 4.
At MLB Network, covering
baseball isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
You're about to be entertained and amazed. So I just want to show you a few at-bats because it was incredible.
Connecting fans to the game is in our DNA.
Welcome everyone to MLB Tonight, the national pregame show. He added 2 new pitches this year.
In season.
Hello, family.
Off season.
Not every day we hand out Cy Young awards.
Every season.
That's how we do it here.
This is MLB Network. The
When DD flies out to right field, unfortunate. Close to a run there for Great Britain, but Mexico gets out of it.
Together, 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 together.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of World Baseball Classic Inc. and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent. That there is the, I believe, the USS Yonder Alonzo.
Wow.
That's you. That's how you got to the ballpark today.
Yeah.
Am I right, Sailor?
There is a way, and it could be on a boat. City of Miami, you can get here in many different forms.
A lot of different ways.
I will say, give you a nice grade on that copyright read.
Thank you.
My favorite thing to do.
I don't like dissemination. Nobody wants that. Nobody needs that. Tapper foul.
Ouch.
And Didi has had himself a rough day with some of these foul tips and hit by pitches. But quick to get up. Andres Machado, the new pitcher here for Venezuela.
The Washington Nationals, big arm. Really good breaking ball stuff. Throws a ton of strikes.
Years old, most recently with the Oryx Buffaloes in Japan. A lot of time stateside. Fouled away.
99 miles an hour right there.
Second WBC, 4 runs, couple of hits. Recorded 1 out in a lone appearance in 2023. Fouled away. Still 0-2 to Didi. While Venezuela did maybe not get the length out of Ranger Suarez that they would have wanted, 43 pitches in 2 innings. The bullpen's been good. 1 hit over 5 innings. That one moves the feet of Didi.
No earned runs. The name of the game, though, is as we get deeper into this tournament, how much you're using this bullpen. I know you got the lead now, but you've used quite a bit of guys to get through the game.
Bouncer to first base. 3 unassisted for the first out. And Venezuela, I know we mentioned it before. I'm sure we'll touch on it over the next few days as well. The way that the schedule, talking about pitch usage, works out for Venezuela, one of the more favorable lineup of days for them. Though again, obviously noon today, 7 o'clock tomorrow, then an off day, night game, off day, and then the matchup against the Dominican Republic. So they're going to be rested going into that final game.
Great Britain putting themselves in a jam right now. 2 guys on, nobody out. No, I had a feeling when that call happened, that inning, that call was really big for Great Britain. Now Randy's up. 2 guys on, nobody out for Mexico.
1-0 to Clementina. And he takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. Conversely, got a couple of other teams that are playing 4 straight days. Israel, they have off days on either side of the tournament, off today and then off on the final day, a single game there. And then Nicaragua plays 4 straight beginning tonight against the Dominican Republic. Big cut and a miss there.
That is a live arm right there by Machado. It's explosive fastball with that good split that he throws off of that. Oh,
side, and Clementina hit by that pitch.
97 right there. Man. Seems all right. Take a look here where it got him. 97 tailing up and in on him. Got him in the forearm. But of all the places you want to get hit, you get hit in the forearm. There's some meat there, so you'll be all right. But it's painful.
That one pinballed around a little bit too. So he's on first base. You saw Luis Ariz there. Some defensive changes for Team Venezuela. Omar Lopez mixing up the infield a little bit, sliding Ariz over to first base. Jimenez moves from short to second, and Ezequiel Tovar, the great defender for the Colorado Rockies, over at shortstop now. Trying to protect the 6-2 lead in the 8th inning. 5 more outs to get an all-important opening win.
The beauty of the Venezuelan infield, all of them are middle infielders, but yet playing everywhere else.
It's true.
Michael Garcia coming up as a shortstop, moved over to third because of Bobby Witt Jr. in Kansas City. Jimenez, Tovar, and Ariz, middle infielders.
Jason Cruz pinch hitting here with 1 out and 1 on. Yeah, just tremendous athleticism and therefore positional flexibility. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Tipped and held onto by Contreras.
And he's giving fits to all left-handers with that splitter. You can see how the left-handers are really respecting that secondary stuff. But he's got 100 in the tank. Riding two-seamer right here. Explosive. Not much you can do with it.
Huge pitch coming up for Great Britain.
So 2-away. Chad Trump takes a strike.
I would think as we get later into this tournament, Machado's going to be one of those 7th, 8th inning guys that you're really going to rely on in big key situations.
Big strike already. Great Britain in this game. They're clinging on. I got a feeling Mexico's going to be up 4 or 5-0 here.
Talked about before, knowing how to slow down that heart rate in big moments, and the moments will continue to grow. Team Venezuela, as we mentioned before, they swept through pool play last time out. They're trying to do something similar here. Ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first base.
A lot of talks there, Johan. All right, where are we at with our bullpen? Where are we at with our starters? It's the constant battle every day after games, trying to figure out and piece together what's the next game going to look like.
And it's one thing if this were a regular season game in June or July, but now you throw those pitch restrictions in too, and that's just another bit of the calculus that makes it.
Sack fly to the warning track. Runner moves over to third for Mexico. First and third. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Mexico 1, Great Britain 0.
The teams right that correspond to the players.
Blocked there by Contreras. Be a full count, and we'll release Clementina from first base. And again, a star-studded coaching staff here for Omar Lopez, who's managing Team Venezuela and should at some point soon manage a big league club too. He's certainly got it in him and a lot of experience. Runner goes on 3-2, swing and a miss. Machado picks up the strikeout. 6-2 Venezuela.
Great Britain get out of the sixth there. So it's still a close, low-scoring game. Whoa.
Welcome back, Team Venezuela. We noted before getting to the quarterfinal last time around in 2023, they had the lead late. A big Trey Turner grand slam. That's the deepest that they have gone. They are certainly built to make another run. And trying to do what they did last year to set them off on that run, their last time out, I should say, which was go undefeated in pool play. JC Subban on to pitch here for the Kingdom of the Netherlands.
36-year-old. Been around for a long time. He was in that 2009 WBC where he struck out Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. Loves the Japanese style of pitching. Some scouts said, hey, he's got some Japanese ways, the way he throws and delivers the baseball, and he was loving it when he found that out. Comes at you with everything, though.
Yeah. Cruz, who pinch hit, stays in the game at first base. Fourth WBC for Subban, who gets that ground ball. Nice play on the backhand and a long throw over there. D.D. Gregorius still slick with the glove. One away.
Very tough play. Just love how low he gets. Understanding that hop is going to be vicious. Oh, man. And throws an absolute strike.
Might have lost his balance just a hair, too.
He did. Wouldn't say it's an age thing.
That's out to center. Diving play. Rafaela, no catch, they say. And now they might have Sanoha caught in between first and second, and he's out trying to get back to first base. Boy, that
brave for him.
Again, we're 2.5 miles from that play, but it looked like he did make that catch. I wonder if there will be a challenge or not, if that's even necessary on this look.
I think that might be a catch.
I might agree.
But he finished the play. Heads up by him. See, Sanoa, he was trying to take catch Rafaela sleeping.
Yeah, tough as a base runner. You're caught in between, not really sure what to do, I suppose, in that spot either. But
and the beauty of it, Rafaela had everything in front of him.
I got an 8-3 put out. Hell, but every scorer look.
You saw everything that was happening, threw it in.
I mean, it's a single with an 8-3 put out, so I don't even know how you score that.
As a single,
Yeah, it's a single.
so he gets credit for the hit.
Let's take a look here.
So it's a hit, but he's 8-3.
You get that webbing underneath it. That's a catch. Tough play.
Well, listen, catch or not, his Gold Glove defense has been on display through the first 8 innings here today.
Sure has.
And Jimenez lines one through the left side. A bit of a shift there for the Netherlands. Bogart's up the middle. Didi was well off the line, but still finds a hole. Jimenez with a 2-out base hit.
They didn't hit it too hard. Off the end right there. That bat will go down as a hero. They didn't try to do too much with it.
It's going to get all weird.
Back to the top of the order. Ronald Acuna Jr. On base twice, doubled and scored in the first, walked and scored in that 4-run fifth, which right now is the difference in the game. Strikeout his last.
That's not even right. It's like this.
It's just something tells me after that pitch, he's sitting soft. You know, the way he took that breaking ball right there. See how soft and calm he is when he takes it. Usually when he's looking for a pitch or he's sitting fastball, he tends to jump a little bit off his backside. Not right there.
It's a great point because those are the nuances. You have your game plan and everything else as a pitcher and a catcher. But when you can pick up on those little things, that's when, hey, maybe
Is
we
that
have
a
to move
game-tying
maybe.
bomb for Harry Ford? Let's go. Let's go. Great Britain at plus 720. Great Britain about to pay my bills, dude. You know I put a bet on Great Britain at plus 720. 1-1 in the bottom of the sixth. Let's go.
Understanding what Acuna's trying to do, the way he's speeding up or slowing down. You know, he's been on green lights 3-0, so wouldn't surprise me if he's
Yeah,
got the green light
like and
again.
subscribe for the Harry Ford bomb, baby.
He does. Laces another one. But if it's got air underneath it, Rafaela's going to get there. He makes the play, and we head to the ninth, 6-2.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of World Baseball Classic Incorporated and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
That is okay. Yo, what is wrong with me? And then Jimenez singles as well. So Jimenez singles as well. Top of the ninth coming up should be the last ups for the Netherlands. After this Venezuela-Netherlands game ends, I'll switch to just doing game day to Britain versus Mexico, and I'll come back and score the 6 o'clock game, Colombia versus Puerto Rico. We'll do live scoring for that game as well, but I obviously can't live score all the games at once. I can only do one at a time. Doubt I'll live score the U.S. game, to be honest with you, later. It starts at 8 o'clock because the U.S. is going to win that game by 12 runs, and I don't really have the the energy. It's just going to be a blowout. It's less fun to score a blowout, to be honest. But I could score Czech Republic Taipei. Let's see if I have the energy.
Daniel Palencia had a tremendous year last year for the Chicago Cubs. WBC debut, 54 games and a sub-3 ERA, 60.
But I'll have the face cam on later as well. I'm going to turn the face cam on at 6.
Facing Drew Jones, the number 9 hitter to lead it off, takes upstairs at 100 miles an hour.
One of the most overpowering guys Chicago Cubs have. I mean, he's their closer now, and the beauty of his story is at age 16, a scout told him that he didn't think he was going to throw over 90 miles an hour and had to go work at a food truck at the age of 16. And here he is now with the Cubs. Here he is now with Team Venezuela out of San Carlos, Venezuela, throwing 100 miles an hour, averaging 99 miles an hour on his fastball.
From being left off the opening day roster to most likely being the closer for the Cubs when the games start for real in a few weeks. It's a great point yonder. So many journeys to get to this point in all of the careers of all of the players in the WBC.
I would think with a score 6-2, there's not much messing around with Palencia, right? He's going to go right after guys.
It's 2-2 to Jones in the 9 spot. Then Ditter and Rafaela do up. Netherlands needs a rally. How about 100 miles an hour just north of the zone? Blows it right by him, and there's one away.
All fastballs. The crowd was saying, Ponchalo, strike him out. Well, he gets that. He gives the crowd what they want. 100 miles an hour.
So a day with a couple of RBIs for Drew Jones, but he comes up empty in the 9th inning. And you look at that 4-seam fastball velocity. You know about Mason Miller in San Diego. And
There's Sammy Natera from Mexico, who I mentioned in my video.
Just you're not going to round up, even though it's 99.6. It's a rule. It's got to be 100 to call it 100.
If I'm throwing 99.6, I'm telling everybody I'm throwing 100. You know, it's like
That's
if you
fine.
hit 299. I'm telling people I hit 300 that year.
We'll buy that. Jakey Josefa will pinch hit here. It was a late add to the roster after the news of Jurickson Profar, who was slated to be on this roster, but Jurickson with another PED suspension, so they had to make a roster move there. Down and in with a slider. A ball and 2 strikes.
The pitch that really surprises me with Palencia is not so much the top of the zone, 100 mile an hour, is that pitch knee high where you think it's just going to fade away down and it just stays upright, it stays through the lane and the zone, where you see a lot of hitters kind of just get caught looking.
One-two from Palencia. And he does it again, just blows him away. That one gets up to 101. Whew. We can round up now. They're 2 away.
Kind of showed him the slider and finished him off with the fastball like he did to Jones in the previous bat. Oh, man. Just too much velocity right there.
Well, so good at missing barrels last year, but he has missed some bats with a couple of strikeouts. Facing Cedar Rafaela here. And perhaps with that pitch clock winding down, that one upset the apple cart or make sure they're on the same page with the pitch com.
Well, this is a fun at bat right here. Rafaela, one of the quickest bats in all of baseball. Explosive, aggressive as well with the fastball. You're down 6-2. You're going to get a fastball or 2.
Venezuela represented well here in South Florida and certainly in this ballpark this afternoon. Looking to lock down the first win for them in this tournament. Waves and misses at a slider, 0-1. First of 10 games in pool play here at Lone Depot Park. Nicaragua, Dominican Republic later on tonight. Team Israel in action for the first time tomorrow. 0-1. Again on the slider, 0-2.
Dutch to their final strike.
Hit 100. Now you're seeing sliders. That's why he's so effective.
More swings and misses already for Palencia than any other pitcher in this game. He's 0-2 to Rafaela. Here it is. Fights that one off, and he went back to the slider. Three lineouts for Rafaela today. Reached on a fielder's choice, but his defense has been a story in center field. It's been excellent. Trying to get on base and extend it. Oh, now just trying to get out of the way of that one. And may not have fortunately, a bit of a glancing blow. It's a good thing he didn't shave this morning. I think the home plate umpire wanted to give him first base. I think that was the initial signal, and Rafaela was digging back in. But after some more conversation, looks like he's going to take his base. So it will go down as a hit by pitch. Let's see.
What is got him?
I think Rafaela's just happy to get out of that at bat.
I'm trying not to switch over to the game too much for copyright reasons.
We're done with that.
Yes, I believe that breeze was a sigh of relief. So he's on. Now it's Xander Bogaerts. Line caught at shortstop by Tovar.
Ball Venezuela, 6th final.
And locks down an opening win for Venezuela, 6-2 over the Kingdom of the Netherlands. They swept through pool play last year and last time out, and they start the 2026 tournament with a win.
Just an all-around outstanding job by that bullpen. They had to use 5 guys, 7 innings, only 1 hit, Paul. Big home run by Sanoja. Big at-bats by Contreras, Arias, Acuna, Michael Garcia. Just an all-around great win by this Venezuelan team to start this Pool D.
And you want to pick up wins no matter how you get them. But knew he got that one pretty good, but unfortunately right at a step or 2 at least, close enough to Tovar to make that play and snag it out of midair. But for the Netherlands, it's a bit of a frustrating game because outside of a few miscues in that 4-run 5th inning, they hung with Venezuela.
Yeah, it would have been a different game. Looking at that bottom 5th with some miscues, mental errors, those bunts, the walks, the wild pitches, the hit by pitches.
Yeah, if the Dutch didn't walk all those dudes in the 5th inning, they would have had a much better game. Look at Great Britain.
Necessarily the ones that need to win. They play good baseball. They take advantage of the mistakes, and we saw it today with Venezuela.
Well, a good start for Team Venezuela. Of course, they get a ton of support here in this building and will throughout the course of pool play for sure. And if they're fortunate enough to advance beyond that into the quarters and the semis, perhaps even the finals, there will be a huge turnout for their games, no doubt about that. But they start with a win this afternoon and start pool play in winners.
Drive base hit. Around second, comes to first. Throw to the plate. He's out by 30 feet. They should not have sent him there. Why are they going to the review on that? He got hosed by 30, 40 feet. It wasn't close.
Garcia's not messing around. He's got 2 outs.
Yeah, when he hits Garcia. Yeah. Was acting like a screwball. DC foul. Tail up.
9 saves. Not likely to face each other a few times.
Well, if you're Jazz in this right here, pretty simple. Get some count leverage. With 2 outs, if you can't score one up, get one out of here.
Leaves it down to 21.
Yeah, selling out for a fastball. Good pitch there by Garcia. Pulls the string.
New call.
Really good pitch. Garcia knee high, outer third, second call. A little bit of the plate.
So 1 for 4 against Garcia. Solidly hit. And sometimes he's there. Garcia is over. 1, 2, 3, 7, on the game.
I feel when I went to work, I wasn't sick, Keith. I was just Keith.
Nobody's purpose in life.
Producer Keith Costas, Ben Johnston, Rich Waltz, Dan Plesac, Johnny Rossi. In a 1-1 game in the top of the 8th, Alec Thomas leads off and pulls it foul. Great underdogs here have kept a powerful Mexico lineup in check. 1 run, 2 hits. That's it. He's done that twice. That wasn't that close. Really good in the 7th. He's looking really good here in the 8th.
Boy, Libar, that 96-mile-an-hour fastball certainly plays up. He has that big sweeper he likes to go to, that curveball. has a lot of vertical and horizontal tilt, but when it sets it up, it's a good fastball. You see the grip, first seam grip. He throws this right line. Ortiz in an ice bomb. JP Morosi, one more game. Nobody expected this, but this is the World Baseball Classic.
Exactly right, and yet Gil Hill, what he's doing now is not a surprise to the Tampa Bay Rays and their organization. They've always loved his maturity, the pitchability, and Dan, you can notice this fastball has got some great sinking action that's making it very difficult for Team Mexico's hitters.
Boy, he's animated too, JP. I was telling Rich in the break, he reminds me going back to the Wayback Machine. Little oil can boy, very animated. Some of the pitches that were just off the edges. Wayback Machine. It's a terrific arm.
You've seen guys making the struggle with 4 strikes. 13 strikes and 17 pitches. It's right back. Up. Ford and Johnson give a chase and it's into the seats.
Yeah, that was the first breaker ball. Really, that wasn't very good. That ball on the end. Late
chase and it's into the seats.
They get another back and throw another one. Like just make it down and away. 14. So that has to swing and miss the game. Really good 2-pitch option to have you bust up for that fastball and try to pull that big sweeper down and away. You'll get the chase on 14.
This is a Mexico lineup that is dotted with Major League All-Stars. Rosarena, Rondo. Oh, he got a call. He went for a walk. He was 0 for 2, and when walking off the mound like he had, this was a strike. He got the ball.
Might have been a close ball off the plate. Little trailing 2-seam fastball. Credit him. He does a real good job. It's being quiet and kind of feathering that one back in. I hear that word about framing a pitch. Kind of feathering it back in. Didn't stab at it. Just kind of let the ball come to him and brought it back into the strike zone.
Oh! Pitches.
And that's when you're a pitcher right now. You can't let a high fly ball like that scare you. You can look at it one way, he barreled it up, or you could say that he was out front of it. Trying to backdoor sweep or missed. This is a pitch here, 2 balls, 1 strike. You really need to make a good pitch if you're killed.
The Rosarena's on deck. That's not a good pitch. 3-1. Good base stealer. Great base run. There's a ball. Brad Marcelino said, Game 1, my foot is firmly on the gas in terms of pitch runs. Anything we got to do to get out. And they've done it. With a variety of release points, variety of stuff.
Yeah, this would be a good pitch to run. You would assume you're going to get a first pitch breaking pitch with a Rosarena. Give you a lot better chance to steal base. It's much more difficult for a catcher to try to catch and throw the breaking ball. So if you're Durant, if you're guessing right, just break the ball, he might be off to the races.
Not running. Pitch down low. One and up. All of a sudden, control is escaping him. Yeah, and this is a spot right here. You don't still want to feather one in. You've got a guy in the road right now. If you can throw a break ball, get back into the count. This ball appears to be straight. Randy's going to make an offer. And away from first. Not running. Breaking ball, hammered foul. By the way, early in the at-bat, you saw Ford jump out from behind the plate. And the umpire came out. He didn't go to the mound. It wasn't a visit. But it appears as if it was a disengagement, which should give Duran an easier time getting a jump. Wrong way. It can be difficult, particularly for a young pitcher, when you have a guy first like Duran that runs so well. You come up and you set, you're trying to slowly not get into a cadence that rolls brain that can time your delivery. Really like that last pitch, the 2-0 breaking ball that Rosarena hit foul. One thing that Randy does is he's going to look for the fastball in the count. We saw that one inning when Young struck him out of a 3-2 split finger. He sells up for the fastball. You're going to throw the breaking ball right here. Just make sure you get it down and away. Great Britain has one major league pitcher on their roster. Of the 17 they've got, he's warming up in the bullpen. Tristan Beck.
2 guys on from Mexico, 2 outs. Big situation.
Beck's ready. Marcelino's on the top step. Change coming for Great Britain. Sales through the 7th. Got the first 2 outs in the 8th. But trouble here. Miranda waiting. And a big moment coming. 1-1. Mexico. Great Britain in the 8th.
Fox Wednesday, Snake, Mets, and Bears. Oh my! Some good, plain American fun. First, the biggest clue has been right in front of you.
Oh. Oh. Viva Mexico! Viva Mexico, cabrones! Viva Mexico! That was sick. Viva Mexico! Told you about the middle of the Mexican order, man. It's too much. That was sick. Man, that was a Randa. I didn't even think about him. I didn't even talk about him in my video. Randa, wow. Yeah, Jonathan Randa can hit too. See? See with how deep some of these teams are? That's what I like about this tournament too. You get you get big gaps between teams sometimes. You get big gaps between the levels. It shows the levels of the sport more so than the MLB, where like the MLB is just a bunch of the best players in the world playing together. Really, I mean, this tournament shows that. This shows like the level of the game, man. This tournament. Like you can't just have a team full of minor league players against a roster against a team that has an actual major league middle of the lineup. You can't just have a double A, triple A bullpen. I mean, Beck's a major league pitcher, but like for the Rockies. So has he made his major league debut either? I think he has. Seems like the kind of player the Rockies like. He's a good arm. The Rockies might have brought him up. It's sad they brought him up early. The Rockies really like. Yeah, the Rockies aren't deep. Speaking of depth, the Rockies are not a deep team. When I Tristan Beck was not a Rocky. Well, I'm dumb. Okay. I guess Tristan Beck's never been a Rocky. Shows what I know. Is there a Rockies player in Tristan Beck? Or is this not the Tristan Beck I'm thinking of? Tristan Beck, UK. Yeah, Tristan Beck, UK. Okay. I guess he's a giant. I thought it was a Rocky. That was like a young Rockies prospect. That happens with players. That's what I like about baseball. There's too many fucking players in baseball. You forget them sometimes. You're just like, Tristan Beck? Oh, yeah, that's one guy. No, he's a completely different dude. I wonder who I'm thinking of. There's definitely a Rockies pitching prospect who I'm actually thinking of, who it actually is. Rockies depth. Rockies depth chart. Who are you? I'm thinking of Jordan Beck. Fuck yeah, that's probably what's going on. Brenton Doyle and Jordan Beck, that could be it. Come on, you know that. You know that. Bro, you know that's a Rockies ass name. You know that's a Rockies ass name, bro. You know Tristan Beck is a Rockies ass name. Yeah, what's up, dude? I'm Tristan Beck. Shut up. No way. Yeah, dude, okay. I mean, it makes sense he plays for San Francisco. Makes sense he plays for San Francisco. Hey, what's up? I'm Tristan. Brighton kind of got a long way back into this. Brighton kind of has a long way back into this. They're going to need shit to go right. Are they at the top of the order now? They are at the top of the order. Yeah, they're kind of... They're kind of in trouble. is this on-field delay for? Oh, Victor Vodnik is messing with his hat. Let's see. Real important stuff. Oof. 100 miles an hour. It'd really be sick if there was a bridge, basically. I mean, I'm sure there is, but it can't be good. I mean, is there even? I don't even know if there is. Like, professionally. Or even semi-pro. Like, where are the fields? Are there even baseball fields anywhere in the UK? Where would they play? Ooh. Barely got him. Barely hustling down the line. Here, I'll get the audio this way, guys. Honestly, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'll figure it out for the next game. Up the middle. Nice play. Oh, Britain might have a way into this, man. Britain might have a way into this, dude. Foul ball. Down the middle. Yeah, he's got to throw some middle in. Oh, 2 guys on. Great Britain's still in this. Who's up now? Robinson. Robinson's got. Are they going to walk him? They're going to put him on? No, I don't think they would. They're sticking with Vodnik. Interesting. He's got a lot of pitches. Robinson's got some power. Mexico's played well and have a bullpen. It seems like a little bit of necessary risk to me. It seems like just playing with fire for no reason. Look at Robinson is a huge dude. If he gets a hold of one, man. This is just playing with fire for no reason. Way low and out. Way low and outside. I feel like the WBC is going to be over by the time MLB the show 25 drops with the WBC in the game. If they're going to WBC in the game and the tournament's going to be over. I just feel like he's going to hit a tank if he hangs one. He did low. He swings at 1-1. Swung at it. 1-2. One out. Low. He tried to get him in face. Low. Just missed. He wanted the call, but it was not a strike. 3-2. This is a good game. It's got some drama at least. In the zone, fouled off. Highest pitch of the whole out of that. Man, if he hangs one and Great Britain ties this, can you imagine? Chopper, third base, and they're going to make the play. Ooh, just out. Wow, it's closer. Mexico gets out of it. 4-1. That's big. Mexico's played a really good defensive game, to be honest. Played an excellent defensive game, Mexico. Only 3 hits, but they're up 4-1. I think if you told Great Britain that they were going to hold Mexico to 3 hits, they'd take that, but hey, they're losing by 3 runs. That's the way baseball works sometimes. Sorry, man. I don't know how long ago you made a comment, but I'm just watching the game on Hulu. This isn't going to be a stream of the game itself, unfortunately. I should probably put that in the comments. The eventual point of this stream is going to be watching the 6 o'clock, and then maybe also the 8 o'clock, but the 6 o'clock and definitely the 6 o'clock and maybe the 10 o'clock games. I'm live streaming those. Colombia versus Puerto Rico. Live scoring. Live scoring that, and then live scoring maybe Taipei and Czech Republic later. Even though I don't think either of those teams are going to make it out of the group stage, but it's an interesting game for it. Actually, a really big game for relegation. So you know what? Yeah, because Taipei lost that first game, so we will watch that game because that's a really important game for who gets relegated in the tournaments.